Howdy, folks, and welcome to the Battlefield 2042 is the title of the new Battlefield game. Official reveal trailer reaction featuring, and I'm not hip, I'm sorry, Two Way. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry. I am not aware of these things. But I've been playing Battlefield for a long time, just so you know my background. Battlefield 1942. The original Battlefield Vietnam, Battlefield 2, before Battlefield 2, the Desert Combat mod for Battlefield. Battlefield 2, didn't play 2142. It was available. I'm a PC gamer, and it was available for the PC, but I just didn't feel it, so I didn't play 2142. Don't know if that's going to help me or hurt me with 2042, you know, being in the whole, I guess it's, 19, 20, 21, okay, so I guess they're kind of filling the gap there between 1942 and 2142. I did not play Bad Company because I'm a PC gamer and it wasn't available for the PC at the time. I don't know if it still isn't available. 1943, same thing. Did play Bad Company 2. Love that game. Battlefield 3. I did play. Battlefield Online, play for free. I think I checked them out, but I didn't really play them much. Battlefield 3, absolutely loved it. Battlefield 4, still to this day, will play it from time to time. It's probably the best one that's out there right now. I enjoyed Hardline. Played it for the PC. I played it with some friends. I really enjoyed it. Battlefield 1, played with friends. Didn't play it that long. It just didn't hold my interest too much, I don't think. Battlefield 5, same thing. Just didn't really hold my interest, but I did play it for a while. For Battlefield 1, probably played 20 hours. Battlefield 5, probably played 20 hours. Something like that. Battlefield 4, you don't want to know. I just played the heck out of that one. But 2042 is here, and here is our official trailer. So let's give it a look. I'm a Battlefield fan, obviously, if I played all these games. Like I said, the last two didn't really hold a lot of interest, but hopefully this one will bring it back. Let's go. All right, game engine footage, that's fine. Is that an Osprey over there? It looks like an Osprey. Oh, not doing so well, though. Oh, it's not quite an Osprey. Like a next generation Osprey. Oh, I hear the theme. Wow. It's a cliff jump, just like, is it Battlefield 3 or, I think it was Battlefield 3 had a cliff jump trailer. Wingsuits, cool. Oh, those drones or those robots drop hard, huh? So, I'll come back and look at these after I watch all this. We'll talk about them all. Got some engineer action with real capabilities, maybe? Like pulling down walls? With vehicles and stuff? That'd be cool. Dog tags. Still claiming with a knife. Okay, so that was close quarters combat. Here's out on the ice, hovercraft. That's not a hover tank. Mission to stop a rocket launch or something? I hear that music. That's supposed to be a new version of St. Louis or something with those double arches, or is that something that exists somewhere that I don't know about? Helicopter fights amongst skyscrapers. There's nothing like it. Love it. Hello. Oh no. Oh, okay. Thought it was going to be another example of using the quad to jump off the building, but this time it was the quad as a weapon, without C4 attached to it. I know how to fly the planes. I'm never as good as the good ones in the planes, though. Oh, they put an only in Battlefield in the trailer. Does he get back? Oh my God, he gets back in too. Yeah, that's an only Battlefield, man. If you ever just search for only in Battlefield on YouTube if you haven't seen them. But if you're watching this, you probably have. So definitely big city, skyscrapers wide open as well. Lightning. Just a massive tornado. There is a hurricane or tornado evolution in this game. Wow. There certainly is. Oh no. Hang on tight, guys. And gals. Right, a tornado. Wow. I can sense the theme in there. I want to hear it, though. I want to hear the new version of it. June 13th game reveal. All right, I want to go back and start looking at some of this stuff. Mute this for now. So we get what's like a next generation Osprey. One thing I wanted to say about this is only 20 years in the future. A lot of aircraft we have that we consider pretty state-of-the-art aircraft that we're using now, and weapons and weapon systems, are older than 20 years. So it would not be surprising. I mean, I'd be shocked to see completely a lot of brand new weapon systems. There'd be a lot of old stuff too in 2042. F-35s would definitely be a thing. The B-52 is expected to still be flying in 2042. So I know it's a video game, but they do try to kind of imagine what the battlefield will really be like. And the only thing I can say is it's not going to change that much in 20 years. It really won't. I mean, there'll be robotics and cyber systems and cyber weapons and things and stuff like that in 20 years for sure. But good old-fashioned, if you're going toe-to-toe military versus military, there's not going to be a lot radically different. So this looked like an Osprey, but I think it's like a jet version or something. It's like I don't know how I guess you could do a jet version of Osprey, but the reason I say that is unless the propellers got ripped off this thing, which I guess it might have. I don't think that's an Osprey. I said it is another cliff jump because it was a Battlefield, I think it was 3, multiplayer trailer. It had, oh wow, did he get hit? The guy who gave the thumbs up, I think he got hit by that wreckage. Ouch. They had this cliff jump, but it was, planned, whereas these guys are jumping because they had to. They got knocked off, basically. Good stuff there. So big cityscapes. This is kind of like in Battlefield 4, the maps in China, with the evolution of taking down the skyscraper, helicopter landing pad up top there. That does not look promising to me because I agree with like Neebs Gaming where they want vehicles to be, well, actually, no, does look promising. I was going to say they want vehicles to be stationed places, and you go to the vehicles and get in the vehicles. One of the things that a lot of Battlefield fans did not like was the switch to spawn-in vehicle, and the vehicle didn't actually exist anywhere that anybody could go to. You had to spawn in the vehicle, and that looks like it might be the spawn location of that helicopter, and you could theoretically get there and get in that helicopter. Maybe, I don't know. That's promising if it is. I love the drop of this robot. I don't know how practical it is. Yeah, that's a lot of impact, and even though they'd be designed to take a lot of impact and a lot of damage, you wouldn't want to put excessive impact on it when you don't have to. So it seemed like they'd want some sort of a cushioning system or something for it to land, but maybe it landed. Actually, let me go back a couple frames here. Maybe it landed with its feet out and actually compressed its feet. Let's go back. Let's see what happened. Oh, no, its feet were pulled in when it hit the ground. So, but that's cool. And I wonder if that's going to be autonomous. I doubt it. Probably something that somebody's equipped with. It looks like it was called in, though. Doesn't look like they just spawned it on the ground. But is somebody going to basically spawn in as a UAV pilot or spawn in as a robotic driver? And so they don't actually go on the battlefield. They just basically pilot this robot around? I don't know. I'm sure it's going to take a person, though. It's not going to be autonomous. It's not just going to run around and be a weapon system that fights the enemy for you. Somebody's piloting it, which means it takes up a player slot. Interesting tanks. Again, 20 years. I don't know. I haven't really looked at current tank development programs in the armies. I'm not even sure this is the U.S. Army, but I think it is, or the Marine Corps. But this tank looks completely new. The gun may be the same main gun as on the Abrams, but the rest of the systems, the turret absolutely looks completely different. Maybe stealthy, but why stealth? Radar detection of tanks is not something you really want to spend a lot of time avoiding. That's not how people usually detect tanks are coming. So that's kind of weird. For speed, but you get a good enough engine in there, and the aerodynamics aren't going to really matter. So I'm curious what that thought was process there. Maybe this is a prototype design for a new tank that I'm not aware of. And theoretically, those could be deployed in 20 years, but more likely it would be Abrams, right? The front kind of looked like an Abrams, and that kind of looked like a Russian or Chinese sort of tank that it was fighting against. I don't know. But this, I was saying, wouldn't it be cool if the engineers had engineering vehicles, specialized engineering vehicles, which we know they have. They have tracked vehicles and other things that they can use to perform, haul away destroyed tanks or damaged tanks that pull down walls like it's doing here and stuff. But I wonder what's pulling the wall down. It had cables on it, so something's pulling it down. Close quarters combat. I know a lot of people love the close quarters combat, and I like it for little bursts. I'm not one of those people who can go into a CQB server that's just playing the same map or a couple of maps over and over and over again. That just drives me crazy. I like wide open maps, but I can play it a little bit. And then, of course, the knife to show that you can still melee kill and get dog tags. And here's a first-person perspective, which is cool. Out on the ice, they've got a map like this in Battlefield 4. But the hovercraft is pretty cool. They have hover tanks in Battlefield 4. Yeah, Battlefield 4. But that's not a hover tank. That's a tracked vehicle. And this rocket launch, man. What did it say on the side? E-Space, maybe? Or is it the European Space Agency? Is it ESA? Possibly. But I don't know what the purpose of this one is. Is it to stop it? There's people falling off it looks like. Oh, man. In this city, what is this city? Like I said, that monument. If you guys know what that monument is, let me know. This helicopter battles amongst skyscrapers is so fun. It really is. And this is the only place where I can kind of be okay. Again, there are people who, this, Battlefield fans, who specialize in aircraft. There are people who specialize in every kind of vehicle and every kind of kit, but the ones who specialize in aircraft, if you're up against one of them, you better be one of them as well, basically. Or you're not going to stand much of a chance. But helicopters in the skyscrapers, I've managed to shoot down a lot of pretty good pilots. I don't last long because as soon as they shoot them down, they're like, okay, I'm coming for you. But I love how she drove the quad off as a weapon in this one, which you could do in Battlefield 4 and 3 and stuff as well, I believe. You don't even have to attach C4 to it. But the jets, yeah. I'll usually hop into a jet or an aircraft on a map to see if I'm up against any of those pro flyers. If I get shot down like that, instantly, then I know I'm up against a pro flyer, and I just I usually don't do it again. Or I know I'm one of those bad players who will sometimes do it on some maps to get to a particular location if I need to get there very quickly and I can't get there otherwise to capture a flag, one way behind enemy lines or something in Conquest. But that's about the only time I'd get in. But if I'm up against jet or pilots that aren't insanely good, I might do it for a while. Love the fact that they're putting an only in Battlefield moment here. This is awesome. Eject, fire your rocket, and that looks like a dumb rocket, right? Basically a point and shoot. I'm guessing. I don't think this person got a lock. And then, of course, you fall back to your own cockpit and just get back into your vehicle. So cool. Only in Battlefield, man. And way up there. All right. That's why I like the big maps. If you've got one of those pro pilots on your team, or if you got one of those pro pilots on the enemy team, you definitely want one of them on your team, so that those guys can go up there and just have fun and ignore you guys. That's the best way to do it. But Tornado, so they have weather levolution, which is probably going to knock down buildings. It's moving things all around the map. I wonder if that's... You see the pylon moving. I see the trees moving, but you see the pylon moving by the guy's feet right there? Those two pylons, those yellow pylons. Are those things you can interact with even without the levolution and move? Clearly there's a taxi you can hop into. At least they're showing us that. Whether or not that's what you can do as a player, I don't know. But it'd be really cool if you could interact with everything in the world. And I think that's what they were trying to do. I think I heard something about that, where they were trying to go to the next level of levolution, the next level of interactive environments where you can move and shoot and destroy and blow up anything, which they kind of did for a little bit to some degree in Bad Company 2 and in Battlefield 3 maybe, but and all of the Battlefields, right? You can blow holes in walls and things, but there was a limit to what you could really do. But this is really, really cool. 2042. I'm going to pre-order. I know a lot of people say don't pre-order, but I'm a sucker for Battlefield series games. So I'm going to pre-order it. Hopefully I'm not disappointed. I don't think I'm going to pre-order any kind of a deluxe or the DLCs or anything. I don't usually do that. I pre-order the main game, see what it's like, and if it's something I love and I want to play more of it, then I'll consider getting the DLC. So, the whole package, if they even do that. I don't know if they're going to do that this time. But anyway, guys, what do you think? Battlefield fan? Not a Battlefield fan? Is this your first introduction to Battlefield? If it is, man, there's a lot of stuff to watch. I've even got some games, I think, on this channel if you want to go back and watch some of my gameplay. Not a lot, but I think I've got some. If you are a Battlefield fan, what do you think of this? Did you like 2142? Like I said, that's one of the two games that's the only PC game I never played, was 2142. So I don't know if this has any sort of connection to it. This is only 20 years in the future, 21 years in the future. So it's not that far. You think about it. Think back 21 years. 2000, right? Pretty much the same military equipment. There were some advancements, more drones, some more stealth. But, you would recognize it. It's the same. There's a lot of equipment, a lot of weapon systems still around. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know anything about who the enemy is going to be. It looked like military on military. It didn't look like terrorists. It didn't look like cyber terrorists. I mean, there's that joke for Call of Duty where they put out that joke trailer for the next version of Call of Duty. This was many, many years back, where they said realistic warfare or something. They called it, Call of Duty realistic warfare, and it just had soldiers sitting around just talking crap. They weren't doing anything. They were just talking and talking smack and stuff. So kind of funny. Anyway, sorry. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'm excited. Can't wait to play it. And hopefully I'll play with some of you guys. So catch you next time. Bye-bye.